Салют, уважаемые зрители канала. В этой серии займемся заданием «Экспресс времени». Присаживайтесь поудобнее и поехали.
Weather's pretty nice.
Where did they get to? Ah! Speak of the devil. I was just wondering when you might show up. Huh? What or- Oops, forgot to check my messages. Ah, sorry, my bad. But it's not too late. You can order anything you want. There's something I need your help with. I had to make it up to you somehow. Looks like we're not the only ones who wanted afternoon tea today, though. We'll have to stand up for the time being. Was it that obvious? Well, you're clearly better traveled than I am, and I know how can I put- If I remember correctly, you, March, and Don Hong came here on that train. I was wondering, is the train... Well, it's just... The dust has settled now. Forget it. It's nothing. You see, there's not much left for me here except to carry on repairing equipment in the workshop. I like practicing the guitar, and performances are fun, but the crowds are pretty... Besides, I'm a researcher. How could I not get excited about the chance to explore new worlds up close? Everyone gets tired of living in... Okay, I know this is a lot to ask out of the blue, so apologies in advance. I knew I could count on you.
There goes Serval. I better send... Or I guess I could ask Mr. Yang? Or Pom Pom? Who's the best one to ask? Let's send a message to Himiko.
You should go and talk to Lady Bronya, Serval. It was her personal invite, after all.
I know.
Perfect timing. Please, talk some sense in...
I knew. That's just it. There is...
Serval, I understand your reluctance to... But Lady Bronya values your talent, and she sees how much you could contribute to the rejuvenation of Belobog. So I can't... In any case, you should at least pay her...
Okay, I get it. I'll make a trip to Klipoth Fort and tell Bronya what I really think. Sorry, I need to get this over with. Let me...
Same old Serval. Join the Express? I see. No wonder she seems so flustered. So, sorry. My head's still in the argument. As you know, my sister used to be one of the research team leads in the Silvermane Guard's technology division. Stellarons were her main area of research. But her expertise went far beyond Stellarons. She was, and still is, well-versed. Immediately after her succession, Lady Bronya set her sights on Serval's talents. The Supreme Guardian wants her to resume her technological research and be a shining light for the revitalization of Bella. However, you saw her attitude just now. I doubt her meeting with Lady Bro... I think there's more than one element to it. My intuition tells me this is mostly linked to Madame Coco. Never mind. It's just a personal hunch. I can tell the two of you have a close bond. If you get the chance, see if you can persuade... Hand on heart. I wouldn't want to see her sitting behind a desk in Klipoth Fort and sighing all day. Belobog is too small a place for a mind as inquisitive as Serval's. Maybe it... I'll admit, I'm a little worried about how she plans. Are you busy? Let's go and wait for her in front of Klipoth Fort. Doesn't seem like they've finished talking yet. I hope it's not turning into a shouting match.
I understand your circumstances, Serval. It was my mistake to make an unwarranted request without considering your own wishes. Allow me to offer you my apologies. I hope you...
No need, Bronya. You're a Supreme Guardian now. Don't let a little thing like this... Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing.
I get it, Serval. Sorry, but there's something I need to ask you. This guitar, I found it after going through Mother's old things. She was never a music lover, so I thought this...
Cocolia.
Huh?
It's nothing. In fact, it once belonged to me and Cocolia. It was a shared treasure.
Of course. I'm sure there's a story behind it. But that's between you and Mother. I hope you have an amazing journey, Serval. Do
I will. Thank you. I assume you heard our conversation. I didn't expect her to be so open-minded. And she didn't even try to persuade me to stay. She didn't summon me just to return the guitar.
I wouldn't rule it out. She's good at reading people's minds. She would have known that you'd never set foot in Klipoth Fort voluntarily.
After all these years, I never thought I'd set eyes on this guitar again. The story behind this guitar. When we were in cadet school, Kokolia and I were notoriously disruptive. We were always coming up with the next. This guitar was one of those inventions. The super electromagnetic flux player, or electric guitar for short. Not really, no. She was a military history major. Still, we hung out every day. It's only not. I told you it'd take a while to tell the story. Let's get back to the workshop first. Huh? That melody.
That's one of yours, right?
I didn't think many people liked that one. Seems the city might have a few nice memories of me after I'm gone. Ah, there's no Chapard. Can you lend your dear sister a hand? Help.
Am I allowed to refuse? This place.
Okay, I promise. I'm about to go traveling with him. Who knows how long it'll be before I can visit home again. You should help me pack.
Fine.
You just need to make yourself at home. You've done. Oh, that's a letter I was gonna send to my mom. There's nothing personal in it. Have a read if
You're still writing to Mom and Dad?
only to Mom. You know, I still don't get along with Dad.
You know, Serval, if you're really...
I'll think about it.
And I thought I was messy.
Looks like Japard's got his work cut out for him.
Well, let's see. Ah, yes.
It's a family heirloom. It belonged to Rhonda once.
I wanted to keep it with me. But that's the problem with old things. The less you use them, the easier they break. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I teach you a few machine overhaul skills?
Here we go again. Like I said, let bygones...
The principle behind this machine and the one you fixed when you first came to the workshop is the same. You'll understand when you see it. So, I'll leave this one to you. In return, how about I... What? No. Can't you see I'm just short of hands? Think about it. You helped me fix my machine the first time you came here, and now you're helping me the last time, too.
Well done for putting up with her for this long.
Wow, great job. Like I said, a reliable, as promised. Let me tell you the story behind this little heater. Its original owner was an ancestor of the Landau family, Rhonda Landau. She was one of our great heroes. The records tell that during the decisive battle, she led 2 Silvermane Guard brigades. She engaged the enemy for 4 full days and nights in the fight for the city. I still have the newspaper clippings from that time.
700-year-old newspaper clippings? I'd take that with a grain of salt. Even if they do exist, odds are she lost them.
The clippings aren't the point. What I'm trying to say to you is that we have a lot of...
Take responsibility for your choices and the people of Belobog.
Since you're so curious, this guitar was actually given... I came up with the design, but I was never able to build it. Some of the raw materials were either too expensive or too hard to get a hold of. She helped me turn the concept in quick as lightning, always keeping her word. That was her way of doing things. Back then, I thought we'd be friends for life.
If it was a gift, why was it in Madame Cocolia's office?
I don't think anyone realized, but back then we were so close we didn't even differentiate between each other's possessions. We shared pretty much everything. We lived in the same dormitory, went to the same school together every day, ate together, whiled away the time together, and occasionally talked about it. That's how things were until the day we fell out. A lot of our shared possessions never left. I was always looking forward to the day she'd return this guitar. I thought that would be the day we could... Now that I think about it. And that's the only Cocolia you guys ever got to know, huh? Always ahead of everyone else. Never looking back. She put it all out of her mind. Me and... You know...
Let bygones be bygones, sister.
How did the conversation get so heavy again? You know something, Japard? That guitar case in your hand and my guitar? They're both from the same prototype. The Super Electro...
I never knew your guitar had a connection to me, too. Quite the story.
Oh, that? It's a botanical specimen. Little Lynxie sent it during one. As for the name...
Snowman's and Little Lynxie is the youngest sister of...
Yes. Snowman's...
It's the only plant here that looks like it's still alive.
Hey, watch it! Anyway, this specimen means a lot to me, so I'm bringing it... That should be everything. Finally. I think I must have left cadet school with about the same amount.
No easy job. Do you really want to leave Belobog?
Of course. This is a once-in-a-lifetime... What's wrong, Japard? I see.
Forget it. I don't want to complicate things, but before you leave, I have one last request to make. The garrison is heading down to the underworld soon, to survey the situation around Boulder Town.
Huh? You just said you didn't want to You just want to spend as much time as possible with me before I...
No, it's not that. I've heard there are a lot of old energy hubs in the underworld, and you're probably the only... Since you're leaving one way or the other, why don't you do the people...
Even at a time like this, you're still thinking about the people. All right, I'll help you out. The first and last time the Landau siblings...
Thanks, sis. If you have the time, you're Belobog's hero. I'm sure you must be popular in the underworld. The Silvermane Guards will face less resistance if you come with us. Thanks. I'll contact you when the guards...
I'm tired of packing. Let's leave it here for today. I drank all the tea. Why am I getting sleepy?
Такое вот задание выполнили. Спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте лайк, если понравилось. И пока-пока.